Here we go. 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 Yes, yes, yes. We are finally live. My gosh, it took me longer. We are live, and yes, Bama won the big SEC matchup. Oh my gosh. Yes, we're live. It's Bama wins 40. Man, this was a powerhouse game. Let me just say, this was a powerhouse game. This was a powerhouse game between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yes, this is the Beetle. This is Football 101, and we are doing our first college football post-game live stream show. Excuse me. Wow. This is our first post-game live stream show, and hopefully you can... Okay, let's get this underway. Wow, what a long game. It was longer than I anticipated, but yes, Bama won in this matchup of SEC classics, and it was toe to toe. It was really toe to toe in the first half, even in the third quarter. But then it turned around later in the third quarter. So again, this was a matchup, the biggest game, and I said I have to do a quick post game show of Georgia. Stetson Bennett the fourth against Matt Jones. Stetson Bennett the fourth, a walk-on. He wasn't even given a scholarship, and then he eventually got a scholarship. He went to community college, got noticed there, and then eventually came back to Georgia. And then he was a fourth stringer, and then eventually got the start. Stetson Bennett the fourth versus Matt Jones and Bama. Yes, Bama, and also Nick Saban coming out of quarantine. Nick Saban coming out of quarantine just in time. Tell me, the drama was big. The buildup was massive. The buildup was massive in this game. Yeah, it came down. It was a thing of errors that came really towards the end of the third quarter. The key area was that third quarter. As a matter of fact, what was it at halftime? It was actually 24 to 20. The Bulldogs were winning at halftime. But let me break down the first part of the game. It's time to break down the game. And is Bama number one now? Is Bama number one now? After being number two, this was a powerhouse between number two and number three, and I think the rankings will come out, and Georgia will still fare well. They went toe to toe. They were leading this game. So in the midst of things, this was a test. This was really, let me just say, this was really a good test for Stetson Bennett the fourth. Stetson Bennett the fourth, because again, this was a game that he was never, really thinking. The staff didn't even really think he was being starter, but here this kid come out. He's called the mailman and took charge. Let me just say, let's go with the first period. Bama starts the game. Guess what happened? The game started in such dramatic fashion. Matt Jones was intercepted on the first play of the game. It was a pass rush, and LeConte, the defensive back, LeConte the third defensive back for the Bulldogs, intercepted the ball on the very first play of the game. On the very first play of the game. Can you believe it? And then the Dogs came back. Bennett, on the third pass, was intercepted in their first series. So it was interception one way, interception another way. Bennett, again, what really happened? Bennett was intercepted. And then Bama got the ball back, passed the Waddle. And let me just say, these wide receivers for Bama Waddle, man, they are just phenomenal. Waddle and Smith, yes, they are superstars, and yet they were somewhat contained. But when the pressure came on, they both performed. They both to such high standards, NFL standards. Hopefully, I don't even know if my video is happening, but anyway. So Jones on Bama's second drive, Bones to Waddle, and then Jones hits McCante, the third for a 40-yard TD, and Bama winning 7-0 in the first quarter. The Dogs come back on their next drive, push pass, a sweep to stop. Bennett falls in the third and long, and then they have to punt. Bama's third drive in the first quarter. Najee Harris, oh man, he's a phenomenal runner. Again, these players are just new to me. I'm not a big SEC follower. I'm not really not, but I had to follow the game. I'm a player of old school of the Mid American Conference, Miami University in Ohio. Miami University in Ohio. So I'm not an SEC person. So, but I had to watch this game and I had to give a quick post game analysis. But again, Bama's third drive, Najee Harris runs well, and then stopped on the third drive. The Bama punts. Dogs get the ball back. Bennett batted again. One of the things that happened with Stetson Bennett, they were knocking his balls down. You know, it was apparent that Stetson Bennett was he basically has a short drop, and he's trying to throw over the middle, and the Bama was instructed, the defensive line would just hold up their hands, and they were knocking balls down on a regular basis. So let me just say, please send me your questions. Send me your questions. Oh, that's all not good either. Send me your. There you go. Send me your questions. Okay. I'm having fun in the studio. But on the Dogs' third drive, Bennett does not see the field well, and he missed he really missed several passes on that third drive. He just can't see the field well, and at times he just gets locked in on a wide receiver. And then on Bama's fourth drive of the first quarter, Najee Harris runs for 5 yards. Harris runs for a first down. Then Waddle misses a catch, but Jones misses throw. And then Matt Jones misses a throw, and there's a punt for 30 yards, only 30 yards. Dogs get the ball back. McIntosh runs for a first down. Milton runs well. Big run, 24 yards. Burton, he hits Burton, but Burton dropped the ball, and then and then the pass to Jones, and then Jameer White gets a touchdown, 10-yard touchdown. Man, he ran so well. The running back, the Georgia Bulldogs just have some great talented athletes. They got some great talent, and their front line is very physical. So they tie to Smith. Harris runs. James gets irritated and throws. Bulldogs defensive back snaps the ball back. Yes, great defensive play by the Bulldogs defensive backs. They did step up in that first quarter, and then the Dogs had the ball for the end of the first quarter, and then the Dogs started in the second quarter. Bennett to James Cook the third. James Cook the third for touchdown, 82 yards touchdown. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. It was a running back. He motioned. He was actually lined up to the right. They had the isolation on the linebacker, and he just took off down the right side of the line of the field and just torched the linebacker that was guarding him. Caught the ball, 82-yard touchdown, 14-7. Head of the Bulldogs winning. Then Bama comes back, pass to Smith, 17 yards, pass to Smith, again, first down, pass to Smith, again, first down. So, and then they were just realizing they needed to go to Devontae Smith in the second quarter. Then Bama hits a field goal was stopped. Then Bama hits their field goal, made it 14-10. Then the Dogs come back. Their second drive in the second quarter. The Dogs' offensive line, very physical. Very physical. You got to give it up to the physicality of the SEC and Georgia Bulldogs. But Bennett throws first down. Bennett hits Patrick. Bennett passes. and then they were stopped. Then the Bulldogs had to go for a 50-yard field goal. They hit the 50-yard field goal, made it 17-10. So again, the Bulldogs were winning this game solidly in the second quarter. So all you Bulldog fans should be really feeling really good. I'm telling you, and throughout, even at during this loss, you still should feel really good. Then Bama comes back on the second drive in the second quarter. Bama moves the ball down the field, and then, oh yes, they hit the 75-yard, and to Jones hit Devontae Smith, touchdown, 16 yards, made it 17-7. 17-7. Man, what an exciting! Just Bama comes, strikes right back. What do you think about what do you think about the superstars on Bama's team? What do you think about the superstars on Bama? They are playmakers when they get it. So they made it 17-7. The Bulldogs get the ball back. Bennett hits Pickens for a first down. Bennett hits Pickens again for a 20-yard strike. Bennett hits a Burton 10-yard, and Bennett throws high. He missed a wide open, and then he hits Bennett again. Bennett hits Burton for a TD with 23 seconds left. There you go, 24-7. Yeah, that was right when they were down at the goal line. Bennett was just overthrowing, missing some not easy, but challenging passes. They could have been better. And he had 3 tries round at the end zone. And the last one, he hit Burton just right and made it scored a touchdown, made it 24-17. 24-17. About a minute left in 23 seconds left. And then Bama gets the ball back, drives real fast, and get a field goal at right before halftime. Made it 24-20 at halftime. Bulldogs winning at halftime 24-20. Had to feel good. They were still controlling the game. Again, at halftime, I thought they should get back to the running attack. The running attack was there. They have the physicality of those offensive linemen. Man, those are some big guys. Those are so big. And again, I think they should have stayed with the running attack. If Bennett was going to throw, he had to roll right or roll left. It was obvious. That the Bama, they were staying inside because they knew Bennett would throw in between the hash marks. What they should have done on the Bulldogs should have rotated Stetson Bennett, the mailman, left or right. Give him a clear pocket. That's the only way to keep him fresh, because he just sat up there and he didn't get a deep drop, and the balls were batted time and time again. So the offensive coordinator for the Bulldogs needed to help out Bennett. It was apparent he was just locked in too easily. The offensive coordinator for the Bulldogs should have stepped up, moved the kid right and left, give him space, and then run the ball. Throw short dump off passes, because the kid does have an arm. You got to give him that. He does have an arm, so give him the space. Don't let him sit up there in the pocket where he can barely see over the lineman, and the lineman could just hold up their arms and knock down the passes, and that's what's happening. Critical first downs were missed, and critical opportunities were missed to further, really get a further lead in the first half. So again, that was coming back to get the Bulldogs, simply because Bennett was getting locked in on the wide receivers, and they just didn't have enough continue to take advantage of what they have. They got a big offensive line. They got Stetson Bennett should roll right and left. They got great wide receivers. Again, they have superstars on the Bulldogs as well. So they were winning 24-20 at halftime. And then what it comes down to, why do I bother? Oh, thank you, dear B. It's early. It's early. Don't forget, it's early in the season. It's early in the season. Bulldogs will be back. It's still early. Don't forget. Thank you, Darren B. Again, it's just early in the season, and it's early for Stetson Benson. It's really early for Mr. I didn't know the kid at all, but when they did the spot on him, man, he's traveled a long way, and you can just see. You saw his family there in the side in the stands cheering him on. Stetson Benson, the mailman. The team really bought into how he carries himself, but he did get very really down with his own mistakes. He just got to get more playing experience. It's just about getting more playing experience. So in the third quarter, I'm gonna wrap up. Massive hard sacks on Jones when the Bama has a ball the first drive of the third quarter. Waddle catches a pass for 97 yards. That catch. Oh man, just gone. 91 yard, and Bama takes the lead 27-24. They did not look back after that. Dogs get the ball back. Burton catches 20-yard, but Bennett was intercepted on the very next drive. Now here's again making critical mistakes at the wrong time, because once Bama start getting in a row and you make a mistake, you try to force passes, that just creates a snowball effect. Bennett throws an interception. Bama drives and interference. And again, then they scored a touchdown, 2-yard touchdown, made it 34-24 at the end of the third quarter. I think it was 34-24 at the end of the third quarter. The Dogs were, and I could just see the expression of Bennett. Bennett was shaking his head. He needs to, again, experience and say, we still have time to catch him up. It was only 10-point deficit. But just looking at Bennett at the end of third quarter, he was highly disappointed. And he didn't shake it off. He didn't shake the interceptions off. And then, starting with the fourth quarter, Bennett throws his another interception at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Again, like I said, for a young quarterback, it seems like he's just not coached up yet. I don't think they know what to expect from Bennett. But when you don't have experience and you're playing in a big game like this, the SEC game, you're playing with the big dogs, the big boys. He just didn't know how to make adjustments. He threw that interception at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Devontae Smith, well, man, another on the next touchdown. Devontae Smith jumping up real high, elevating himself, catching a spectacular throw by Matt Jones. Let me give some props to Matt Jones. Matt Jones did play well. Threw excellent ball. Impressive, yet beatable. He was impressive, yet beatable. Matt Jones threw a great ball on that last one drive to Devontae Smith. Spectacular catch in the end zone, which made it 41-24 in the fourth quarter. And then the Dogs get the ball back and they drive, but time is running out, and they decided to try for a field goal. Missed the field goal. So let's just call it game is really over. Wow, that was a spectacular event, and Bama was just in the pocket. Thank you, Serenity. So yeah, Bama. Yes. Yes, no doubt. Bama was really in the pocket, and you just don't know where these two heavyweight teams, they're going to be. They had Bama on the ropes. Nick Saban coming out of quarantine on the ropes. They really did. And if you look, because the Dogs ran the ball well on the defense on Bama. They ran the ball well. It's just they need to work with the maturity and the skill set of their players. So I just see this as another chance, a great opportunity, and I predict that the Bulldogs will give them a better fight the next time they play. That whenever that happens this year, Bulldogs will give them a better fight at the end. So I predict the Bulldogs will get revenge. Yes, the Bulldogs will get revenge. So I'm not a big SEC person. No, I'm not a big SEC person. But this was a matchup that I had to do a post-game live show. So this is Beetle. I really appreciate the feedback. Thank you, Daria Bay. Thank you, Serenity Soul. I got to say something about this is my first college post-game live stream show. Man, it was a long thing coming, but we had to do something. We had to get involved a little bit. So, and let me just say, congrats. Oh my gosh, I forgot to say congrats to even LeBron James and the Lakers winning the NBA title. I know I shouldn't even say bring in basketball, but why not? This is my first time giving them congrats. So this is the Beetle. This is my quick breakdown of the SEC matchup. What a fantastic game. See you next week. I may just do another college football post-game live show. So this is the Beetle. This is Football 101, and we are out of here. See you, folks. We out.